So now I want to talk about methods in C#. We've actually used a lot of methods so far. For example, writeLine is a method, readLine is a method, to the power of in the math helper was a method. So now we're going to create our own method. When creating methods in C#, they all have a purpose. So if you have a job which is usually done more than once, or a complicated job, you can put it in a separate method. And when I say method, here is an example of a method here. This is the main method, and everything within this method here is within these curly braces here. So the main method is a special method. When our software is executed, by default the .NET framework, which is kind of everything C# is built around, this looks for a special method called main, and it has to have this name, and all method names are unique, so they can't have the same name, just like variables. So once it's found the main method, it runs all the code within these two curly braces here. And the only code we have are 2 lines right here. So when we run the application, we can see hello world, and the next line keeps this window open for us. Now let's look at creating a brand new method. So where it says static void, I will cover that in a later tutorial. For now, let's keep it very simple. So after we write static void, in this case, we want to give the method a name. Now remember I said methods must have like a purpose. To keep things organized, generally they should have a purpose. So our new method, what I want it to do, its purpose, its job, is to say hello world to the user. That is the only thing it's going to do. So now I know its function, what it's aiming to do. I can call my method with a name that makes sense to us. So I'm going to call it say hello world. So that's going to be our method name. Now the next section are what's called parameters. I'm going to talk about those later, so I'm going to keep it simple. So for now, do an open parenthesis and a close parenthesis. Next, open curly brace and close curly brace. Just like that. So you can see it kind of mimics this. And all our code for our method will live here in this highlighted section. So between this one and this one. So all our functionality for this method lives here. So we want to say hello world to the user. Well, we know how to do that. We've covered it before. And that is this line of code right here. So our method, say hello world, its job is to say hello world. So that's going to print this to the black window. Easy, right? So now when we run our software, well, it's not actually going to do anything. Why is that? That's because the main method is run by default. So this section here, and this is the only thing which is going to get run. So from our main method, we know nothing of this. So what we need to do here is say, oh, hey, can you run our method? And in order to run our method, we just do that. So when we launch the application, the main method is run. It goes down, down, down. This line is executed. So when this line is executed, the code kind of goes into here. This line is run. The method has finished its job. It goes back out to here and then finishes off with this section here. So when you have a method, it kind of goes out, then back in again and carries on. So if we run the application now, we can see hello world. That's because we're now calling our method. So just to kind of recap, if I went too fast or it's complicated, without this line, our method will never get executed when we run our software. We can create lots of methods, lots of them, 3, 5, 1,000. Again, they all must have a unique name. But when we run the software, none of this will get executed. And that's because we're not actually telling the computer to actually run them. So to run a method, again, we do this. And again, if we want to run this method, very similar, etc. So this is how to run the method. This is how to define the method. And that is a very simplistic view on how we can set up a very simple method in C#.